don't think like that. Like I said in the interview, I don't have a big person head. Like I don't have. No, for real, y'all. For real, no, look. I don't have a big person mindset. I'm skinny in my head. I'm skinny, like I said. Stage, I'm the gym. I feel like I'm already skinny. Like that motivates me. Like I go on a gym like this. It happens. Body, like my body right now, is like my mind don't know that I'm this big. My mind does not know that I'm this big. So I be feeling like I could do everything. So when I walk in the gym, I feel like I'm fit. Or like if I'm trying to do certain shit, I feel like I could do it. And then I be like, damn, I can't do this shit. But in my head, I'm like, damn, I could do that. So I'm gonna walk over there. He going in the gym in front of all those people, 500 pounds in shorts, no shirt. Well, I have on sports bra, but you know.
By now, you've probably heard of Dank Demoss, the recent rapper who went viral over her lawsuit against Lyft, whom she says is guilty of size discrimination. The 500-pound rapper was denied a ride due to her size and took offense to that. So much so that she has gone on to pursue legal action and has even done videos proving that she can, in fact, fit in an SUV despite bad assumptions about her weight. But more recently, she went viral over discussions about her body. And she went on to explain why she feels skinny in her head, and that despite her being morbidly obese, that does not keep her from moving forward and reaching for her goals. Obviously, this had the internet in an uproar, and many people were laughing with her or at her. But what Dank Demoss did is open up a much-needed conversation about obesity and the perception of weight and body image in the Black community. Black women have long pushed against the idea that they need to be skinny to be beautiful or desirable, with people such as Lizzo being huge in the body positive movement, and many more Black women claiming that their size has never kept them from being able to get male attention. By and large, we know that plus-size women have some of the best luck in the Black community. And Black men, by and large, tend to be the most lenient with weight standards. Many Black men are cool being with a BBW if she has a nice shape, if she has a nice booty, if she has nice breasts, or even if she just has a nice personality. Because Black women know they can still find love and good interest in the Black community, that creates a sense of comfort for many Black women that they don't need to be skinny to find love or to find even a high-value man. But apart from the sex appeal or a woman's ability to garner male attention, the thing that is the most concerning to me is what these messages about our body are saying about our health. Because there is a fine line between body positivity and creating space for different body types, and just by and large promoting and supporting a lifestyle that is prematurely killing and deleting and harming Black women. Some of the top illnesses that take Black women out are deeply connected to lifestyle and weight, such as heart disease. Heart disease is the leading deleter of Black women today. And heart disease can definitely be regulated by a healthy lifestyle, including exercise, enough food, enough water, rest, and all of that. So the problem that I have a lot of times with this conversation about pushing against Eurocentric beauty standards and trying to create standards that are more reflective of a Black woman's natural body type is that at a certain point, it just becomes an excuse to not address the fact that there are real medical concerns associated with women being obese or particularly morbidly obese. And another thing that I think is not often talked about is why. Why is it that Black women, by and large, are the most likely to be obese? Why is it that 4 out of 5 Black women are considered obese, not overweight? Not just a little chubby, obese. According to the CDC, 60% of Black women are obese, which is defined as a body mass index of 30 or higher. Black women are 70% more likely to be obese than non-Hispanic white women. And obesity in Black women is linked to higher rates of diabetes, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease. As I mentioned before, heart disease is the #1 killer of Black women. So while we're out here trying to promote, body positivity and acceptance and fight against Eurocentric beauty standards, Black women are dying an early death because of the unhealthy lifestyle that this is often associated with. So again, I am all for creating a space where different body types are accepted. And I'm not saying you have to be a size 2 or even a size 8. Some people I understand are going to be naturally a little heavier or chubbier. So I'm not against that. But at a certain point, we have to recognize that 4 out of 5 Black women being obese is not because of Eurocentric beauty standards. It's because of other issues. One thing that I think oftentimes is not talked about is food addiction. We all know eating healthy, exercising, getting enough rest and water, by and large, all those things can generally lead to a healthier lifestyle. That goes without saying. A child knows that. But I think one of the many reasons, right? Because I think there are many reasons Black women by and large struggle with obesity more so than other. But I think one reason is that there's not really a lot of talk about food addiction and how food oftentimes can be a coping mechanism for women who have a lot of psychological, emotional, spiritual issues. And we know Black America is very traumatized to this day. There are broken families. You got people who grew up without their daddy, without their mama. Mama was addicted, or mama was just doing all kind of different stuff. Daddy was there, or he was abusive, or baby daddy issues. Like, Black folks are just traumatized by and large, right? Not everybody, but a lot of people have issues. And so that's going to come out in some way, shape, or form. Even if you're not a person to turn to the bottle, even if you're not a person who's going to sleep around crazy, you may not be a person who's going to get drunk, but you might turn to food, right? And the thing about it is, I've noticed food, even in church circles, food can be one of the things that people like to turn to when they feel better. Listen, them prayer breakfasts, okay, with the church mamas doing the fried chicken and the spaghetti and the potato salad and the sweet potato pie and the greens. Like, look, them prayer breakfasts can be big old glutton fest. So I'm just saying, like, I've even seen in church culture, right, that like gluttony or emotional eating can be one of the things that's like low-key acceptable. So I do think that there is a big issue with emotional eating that some ladies just hadn't necessarily really dealt with, because the thing about it is, when you start to address why a person emotionally eats, why they may binge eat or overeat, that you might have to start to deal with some things. And here's another thing too. There is a connection. Anybody who's familiar with 12-step, whether it be, Overeaters Anonymous or Foods Anonymous, right? Or Food Addicts Anonymous, there is a correlation between morbid obesity and someone who has actually been SA'd. And we do know that, women by and large, men too, right? But many Black women have unfortunately been SA'd. And so if a woman has been SA'd, particularly when she's younger or experienced, just being mishandled, it is not uncommon to see some of those women turn to obesity. So like when I see a woman who was morbidly obese, oftentimes I ask, okay, what was going on with her? Was she SA'd when she was younger? Because there actually is a connection between that and a person turning to food. Obviously, this doesn't happen for everybody, but food and, putting on a lot of weight can be a coping mechanism to someone who actually is a victim of SA. So again, I'm saying, like, obviously, we know that healthy eating, exercise, going to the gym, taking care of yourself, building muscle mass are all really healthy ways to start to treat your body well. And I am an advocate for it, but I also think that it's really important to ask, why are some women so unwilling to do this? Some people are just hard-headed and they want to sit around and just make excuses. I get it, but that's not every single person. Some legitimately do have conditions out there that make it harder for them to lose weight or maintain a healthy weight. Now, that's not 4 out of 5 Black women, but there are medical conditions like that that actually do exist. Some people really do have food addictions. Some people really do turn to food for solace. And in order for them to put the plate down, they have to be willing to really deal with the issues that cause them to overeat. That might require some I require some counseling, some emotional, some spiritual support, some therapy, some prayers, some deliverance, all the above. But I think it's worth it, particularly for Black women, since we are so at risk by and large for an early death and an early grave because of just, quite frankly, the stuff we put on our plate. I think it's about time we start to rethink that and really know that we are actually worth the effort needed to take care of our body. But anyway, that's what I got, y'all. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.